Hey everyone, my name is Becca and I am an associate clinical social worker. I provide therapy primarily for children and parents, and I do a lot of that work up here in Big Bear at DOVES. And really the heart of my clinical work is supporting parents, families, and children as they heal through various types of traumatic experiences. So today I just wanted to come on here and offer up some support for all of you parents who are now managing so many different roles and responsibilities on top of staying calm and loving your children through a global pandemic. I certainly recognize that these are trying and challenging times, and really the goal of this video is to open up the conversation so that parents can share what they're struggling with or what is helpful. I hope that some of the things that I share in this video help you also, so that your mental health stays intact and that you are also able to maintain nice, healthy, meaningful relationships with your children throughout this time. Okay, the first thing I would say is to manage your expectations. So if we are expecting ourselves to work full-time from home, parent full-time, and also start homeschooling and do it perfectly all within a day's time, I think we might end up feeling very discouraged and maybe even feel down on ourselves. So if you're already feeling overwhelmed, like you don't know how you're going to do it, you are not alone in that. We, I think, collectively as parents are feeling overwhelmed by how much we are trying to do in this very unique situation. So it's not because you're bad at doing 3 things at once, it's because that is way too much to do at once. And I completely understand that. I recorded that whole video today in my office while my husband had the kids, and got home and realized that this section was not in there. So here I am. This part of the video will look differently. I'm in my kids' playroom, managing my expectations and doing the best I can right along with you. Number 2, check in with yourself. On a number scale, on a 1 to 5 scale, if you are anywhere 3 and above, that's your indication to do a little bit of self-care, to step back so that this situational crisis really doesn't become a trauma experience for you or your children. When parents and kids spend every waking moment together, of course there's going to be more parent-child conflict, and that's why it's extremely important as the only adults in the relationship to be very mindful of where we are emotionally. So check in with yourself. Also, check in with your children. They might not be able to give you a number, but you can certainly gauge their mood. So notice how they're doing, check in with them and ask them how they're doing so that you guys are able to start your day off on the right foot. And if you're both kind of feeling funky, you are able to then manage those feelings and change the direction of the day. Step 3 is go to the roots. Try to figure out what it is if you're at a 3 or above, or if your child is continuously agitated or frustrated, or if they're younger and they're displaying lots of unusual behaviors for them. I would go to the roots. What is it that's bothering you? What is your behavior and your child's behavior communicating? Do you need some social time? Do you need food? Do you need rest? Do you need to prioritize your to-do list? Whatever that is, please try and go to the root of whatever is causing your anxiety, which might be a lot of things right now, and you may not be able to solve all of them, but just noticing and understanding where you are is a really important step, and it's okay to be wherever you are. Similar with your children, try to understand, again, behaviors communication. What is their behavior telling me? Are they restless? Are they bored? Are they frustrated? You won't always be able to fix every feeling, and that's okay. But if you can understand what their behavior is communicating and what their basic need is, you'll more likely be able to turn around the day and get back on track. Number 4 is understanding how your child receives love. In other words, what is their love language? And we all have one, and we may have more than one. But if you don't already know what your child's love language is, now is definitely a good time to get a hold of that so that in the days that come where they're feeling frustrated, trapped, lonely, isolated, confused, or scared, you're able to help them manage those feelings a little bit better by giving them more of what their love language is. So there are 5 different ones: physical touch, gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, and quality time. So within the context of a situational crisis or parenting during a pandemic, I understand and appreciate that you won't always be able to do quality time as much as you might like to. But that just means if you know for sure that that's your child's love language, you carve out 10 minutes of the day to make that happen. If your child loves to receive gifts, that's not about going out and buying them new things each day. That's maybe the night before a new day, and they maybe had a particularly tough day. You draw them a picture, or you write them a letter, or you make them their favorite breakfast depending on their age and what you feel is appropriate for them. So little things to give them more of what they need can make such a difference in this really challenging time for both you and your child. For all of you parents that are watching and maybe finding things that are useful or that stand out to you, please open up the dialogue in the comment section. I really encourage parents to kindly and respectfully support each other during this time. I think we need more of that always, but especially now. And I'm also going to link a couple of really great resources in this video. So if you should need more resources for your children, if you're having a really challenging time and you need more support, I have linked a couple of websites and phone numbers in the comments section. Okay, thank you all and take care. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.